Our next example says calculate the slope of each line given 2 points on the line. And we have the points 5, -2, and -4 and 1. So first thing I should do is label my points. So every point has an X. That's the one that comes first, and a Y. I'm going to choose, and it really doesn't matter which is which, but I'm going to choose the first point to be point 1 and the second point to be point 2. If you want, you could do it the opposite way around. That's your choice. So I am going to start by writing down the formula. So m for slope equals y2, take away y1, divided by x2, take away x1. So y2, that's the number 1, minus, and then y1, that's the number -2. Now I already have a minus sign, but that's part of the formula. So then I have to sub in -2. So if I write minus -2, it looks weird. So I'm going to put a bracket around that -2. In the denominator, I have -4. If you want to put that in a bracket, you can, but there's nothing in front of it, so I don't really feel the need to. And then minus x1, which is 5. So if you need some help with your integers, please use your calculator. In the numerator, I have 2 negative signs in a row. So when I have 2 minus signs in a row, that actually makes a plus. So I'm going to get 1 plus 2 on the top. And then on the bottom, I just have -4, take away 5. I'm going to add those together to get -9. And then on the top, 1 plus 2 is 3 divided by -9. Now, I could stop there. It's not technically wrong to stop there, but we can do better. So first of all, the negative. We don't usually put the negative in the denominator. Ideally, you want to put the negative out in front of the fraction if the fraction is negative, or put it with the numerator. So this is a positive divided by a negative. A positive divided by a negative makes a negative, so the whole fraction is negative. And then 3 and 9, I can actually reduce because they both divide by the number 3. Now, the fractions won't always reduce. Sometimes if you had 3/7, you'd have to leave it as 3/7. You wouldn't be able to do anything. But if you can reduce, you should. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. And -9, well, I'm going to ignore the negative because we've already dealt with that. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So it's going to be -1/3. We're going to take a look at the next example. So I have the points 8, -10, and 2, -5. Same thing as last time. The first thing you want to do is label your x's and y's. So the first part of the point is always x. The second part of the point is always y. And then you choose one to be part 1, one to be point 2, your choice. So you know what? Why don't we mix it up on this one? So I'm going to have this be 1 and this one be 2. So if I try that, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 would be -10 minus, and then y1 is -5. I'm going to put that in a bracket because I don't like having 2 negative signs in a row without a bracket. Divided by x2, that's 8, minus x1, so that's take away 2. Okay, so -10 minus minus, that makes a +5. And then 8 minus 2 is 6. -10 plus 5 is -5. And then divided by 6. So a negative divided by a positive is overall a negative. So I'm going to write the negative in front. And then 5 and 6 don't have anything in common. So it's just going to be negative. And then, 5/6. So you can join me in the next video to do our final question.